Hey there, it's Shauna. I hope you're doing good. This video is all about the new moon in Virgo that's happening on Thursday, September 1st, 2016. So this new moon is extra special because it's also a solar eclipse. So this is going to be a really amazing lunar cycle and lots of opportunities for you to create instantaneous and sustainable shifts and changes in your life. That's going to feel really good. There's some things to watch out for too, so I'm going to share with you a few tips on how to really use this energy and what to watch out for. So this new moon and eclipse is all about healing and renewal, and it's about cleansing as well. So this new moon, it's all about letting go of things that are ready to fall away in your life and then allowing space for new things to come in. So this is in the sign of Virgo, and it's also a solar eclipse. And this is really important because eclipses only happen a few times a year. They're very pivotal points. They're kind of like shift points in the energy. And I always think of eclipses as like a washing machine, or at least that's the way it feels. That's the way it feels to me. So it's kind of like if you were in a washing machine, things are kind of like stirring around and you're like, oh my gosh, like what the fuck is happening right now? Things are changing. I don't know. This feels uncomfortable. This is weird. What's happening? But it's okay. Because the whole point is it feels that way. It feels kind of like a little unstable. It feels a little in flux sometimes because that moving is like a cleansing, and that moving is allowing things that are ready to release from your life and from your energy and belief systems and thought patterns and all of that good stuff. So like all layers, all levels, that moving is allowing for things to break loose that are ready to break loose and to be released. And then it's also allowing space for new things to come in. So the new moon in particular is about little new things coming in. And so the way that eclipses work is that it's like an amped up new moon kind of energy, where with this solar eclipse in particular, you may have a new insight or a new idea or something that feels like different that you want to explore, or it could even be like a new job or a new person that you meet. But it's kind of like there's this new thing, and then it's a little bit unknown. It requires some unfolding. And so that new thing continues to unfold and to be fleshed out, so to speak, and to manifest over the next 6 months. So the important part about this is that an eclipse happens when the North and South Node come into aspect with the lunar cycle. And the North and South Node in astrology are like destiny points. They point to areas where there is soul growth, where there is soul evolution for you. And they point to places where there are new experiences that are required, new experiences that are required for you to feel more fulfilled in your life. And so I would watch out for places where you feel that, where you're like, oh, there's this like new interesting thing, and I'm not really sure, and it's gonna feel important though. So I would just notice what you feel. It's more about how you feel about something than the actual thing. So if there's like some synchronistic events that happen, or if there's something that you want to learn about, or an opportunity that comes to you and it feels important, it probably is. So I would just pay attention to it, and I encourage you to investigate those kind of things, again, because they're going to be important for you. And so this is the days leading up to the new moon and the days following the new moon. Just pay attention to what's kind of like coming into your sphere and what feels ready to kind of shake loose and to release. The other layer of this is that this is all in the sign of Virgo. And so Virgo, a lot of people will associate Virgo with being analytical and nitpicky and trying to fix things and to improve things. And yes, of course, that is true. Virgo is all about self-improvement. Virgo is all about service. And the other layer of this is that Virgo is all about healing and cleansing and renewal. And this new moon and solar eclipse is really about cleansing your energy and having healthy energy management for yourself. So what does that mean? Cleansing your energy is what you do when you have an energy healing, or it happens when you meditate. It is cleansing your energy from other people that you've interacted with and situations that you've been around. For example, if you're around someone and they're in a bad mood, or even if they're in a happy mood, if you take on any of that energy and it influences you in any way, there's a need to clear that afterwards. And there's also a need to have a healthier energy boundary for when you're around people like that. So this new moon brings up a lot of themes around that, like how it is that you manage your own energy. Are you giving a lot of your energy, or is there too much of a wall there? How do you feel after you interact with people, really, is what it's all about. And how much do outside circumstances influence your inner state? So if something happens on the outside, whether that is an agitating situation, an agitating person, something that frustrates you, how much does that influence you? And how long does that stay with you? That's really what this is about. So I would just notice, and I'll give you a few tips later on how to work with this a little bit more. But this is an added impact because Saturn is squaring this new moon. And so whenever Saturn is involved, Saturn is all about being responsible and diligent and boundaries. So Saturn wants to know, are there times when you say yes when you really would rather say no? Or are there times when you say no and then you feel kind of guilty about it? So again, it's not necessary to really change anything in particular right now. This is more just about noticing, like what are your tendencies, what feels good, what doesn't feel good. So, so it's a lot going on. It's a lot of stuff. But again, I encourage you just to notice what your experience is. That's the biggest thing that you can do for yourself for this whole entire lunar cycle and for this eclipse. So I have 3 specific tips for you. So I almost forgot my tips. So number 1 is to decide. Decide what it is that you would like to improve in your life. And this is really important because it kind of goes along with intentions. And when you decide what it is that you want to improve in your life, things will just the pieces will just come together. So the more that you get very clear on what it is that you want to improve in your life, the more that the universe can support you with that, especially because this is an eclipse. So it's like the eclipse wants to know, okay, yeah, what do you want? I want to help you. That's what the eclipse is saying to you. So you don't have to know all of the answers on how you would improve your life, but just what in your life feels like it needs some revisioning, so to speak. So there's that. And then make all the lists is number 2. So Virgo loves lists. Virgo loves to analyze and to write things down. The shadow side of Virgo is over-analyzing. And so we can avoid that tendency with this new moon to write down fucking everything. Write down, especially lists are really good when there's Virgo energy involved. So write down everything that you want, everything that you don't want, write down the things that feel stuck, write down the things that feel good, that are working. And you don't even have to do anything with that list if you don't want to. It's more just a process for you it helps with the deciding, and it just helps to release some of that mental energy. So that can be a cleansing process in itself. Okay. The third thing is to find some type of meditative or contemplative practice. So if you've been following me, you know that I love meditation. That's my jam. I fully believe in the power of meditation to really improve your life. But if that's not your thing, that's okay. I still encourage you to find some type of contemplative kind of practice. So whether that is Tai Chi or meditative walking or swimming or running, whatever it is, find something that helps you to clear your energy. So even when you're running, you get into this meditative kind of state. You're able to not think for brief moments of time. So that can be done with meditation. Meditation is a way to clear your energy because it pulls you into your own energy. It helps you to untangle and disengage from everything that's happening on the outside. So again, that can be seated meditation, walking, running, swimming, painting, dancing, whatever it is that you singing, whatever it is that you want to do. But there needs to be some type of meditative ritual. And Virgo is all about ritual, and that's why this is really important. So something that you do consistently. It's a good time to bring in some type of practice like that as a foundation for yourself, as a foundation for whatever it is that you're creating or whatever it is that you're exploring. That helps you. It's kind of like it helps you grow deeper roots into yourself. So those are your 3 things. Number 1 is to decide what it is that you want to improve in your life. Number 2 is to make all the lists, write it all down. And number 3 is to meditate or find some type of contemplative practice that you do consistently. So because this is an eclipse and because this energy is a little bit different, it's a little bit special, the ritual that I'm doing for this, the online ritual, is going to be a little bit different. So this one, I'll have all of the information below, but it's going to be less about understanding manifesting and like the aspects of the moon, and it's going to be more about helping you to cleanse your energy, helping you to disengage from energy that's not healthy for you, and how to use your energy, how to use meditation to create a better probable future for yourself. So how to like literally use energy clearing to create a better day. Like it's really powerful techniques, and it's some things that I've learned over the years that are just perfect for this astrology, for this lunar cycle, because it is so much about clearing your energy and having healthy energy management. And then that in turn, it makes you feel better, but it also makes you have a better day. Like literally, it helps to clear the energy in your day, and it helps to create what it is that you want to have in your life. So those are the things. So I'll have more information about that ritual below. You can order that, and it's only $25, and it's amazing, and it's really fun and all of that good stuff. So I'm wishing you an amazing new moon. If you like this video, please share it with a friend, leave me a comment, let me know how you're feeling. I always love connecting with you guys and just hearing what's going on in your life. It helps me learn, and it helps, like, it just is fun too. So so I'm wishing you an amazing day, and I will talk to you soon. Namaste. Mwah.